do the movements of a fly and rushing around with the spray and then getting all the quivers and then dying.
Oh, wow. Poor Louis the fly.
So
I don't know if
yeah,
you remember that ad.
it mightn't be very exciting, but I thought we could put some movements to that.
Oh, we could easily put some movements to it. We could even just start small with the fly. So, even with our fingers, letting them be quite dexterous, but at the same time, attach the meaning of the fly sitting on the bench just buzzing. So let's start with the fingers. Yeah, great.
Have either of you had any annoying little black flies getting
Yep,
in the house?
yes.
They weren't too bad in the summer, but now they seem to turn up with monotonous regularity.
Yeah, that's
No, I haven't had any problems with them.
oh, that's good. Yeah,
Good.
they seem to be around here. Yeah, good. Okay, well, let's start with the fingers and having them out in front of you and allowing them to just unfold and then bring them closer together and then apart. So maybe it might be two flies and then one big fly, two flies. So hands apart and together. We might have one fly going up to the corner of the camera and together, and then the other one. Good, and then
Then
let's change
turn
the
over and
dynamic.
they're dying.
Yeah, well, we could do the dying fly, couldn't we? Turn it upside down. Yeah, great. So, yeah, let's start here, and then we'll go out and then in, and then we could go on the diagonal, which is interesting. And then I think the spray comes in, Peter. So what gesture would you like to show for the spraying of the chemicals everywhere? So the word is spray.
Yes.
What sort of action would you like? This action? Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yeah, so the hands are going across the body for the spraying action.
Right, and then
Speed it up.
Then the fly goes a bit berserk before he dies. He zooms around.
Yeah, that could turn into the fly.
And then
it's slowly dying.
So
Resting it there on your
it
lap.
might seem silly, but it's some different moves.
Yeah, no, great dynamic moves. Yes. I quite like that. So let's just try it again. So fly, the fingers are out and they're vibrating a little bit. We're going into two flies, coming in to annoy us and out on the horizontal plane. And let's have one up and one down on the diagonal, coming back in. Great. Good. And then we slowly get the spray in. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That turns into the flies. Just can't cope with the chemicals. And the chemicals go into them and they slowly die. What a death. Ah, death of the fly. Death of poor Louis the fly. Yeah, that's great, Peter. Fantastic. Do you remember that ad, Louis the Fly?
Yeah.
And Mortine.
I'm Louis the Fly, Louis the Fly. Something and mighty unclean.
Yeah, yes, that's it.
Bryce caught it before he started writing.
Tip to you. That's right. Oh, we used to love that as a kid, that funny ad. Okay. Rosemary, what have you got to show and tell?
Show and tell, I've got Robert.
Okay.
He's sitting here quietly at the moment, but he got so bad with rashes and itches and all sorts of things.
Oh.
So he's been on a special diet. And he's not allowed anything nice in his book. It's all nasty. So
in good food.
he's taken very to being very upset with this diet that he's on. And he comes and wants, of course, all the tidbits he was getting.
Yes.
So he has a timetable that he goes by. And at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's time for a proper eat. So he comes across to me if we're home, and he'll come over and he'll look up at me and he'll go, wah. And if nothing happens, he'll go, wah, wah. And if nothing happens, he'll go, wah, 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 wah.
He'll start yelling at you.
That's right. And so then I give in. He's getting up now and waving his tail. If I give in, we go.
Talking about him.
Yeah, we go across, and well, he knows it's in Bucky, and we get, which he does love, the soft food that they give him in the can, and he has a ration of that.
Yeah.
And then he hopes he'll get something else as usual, but he doesn't, because that's not on the menu now. So he waits around all through my tea time, and finally at night, when it gets to about 9 o'clock at night, he'll eat the hard, dry food that's out. But he waits right up until it's bedtime in case we give in. So that's it. That's his story.
Wow, and I love the way you told that story. It sounds like you're so in tune with him and he's in tune with you. So I like how...
doesn't think I'm in tune with him.
Rosemary, how long's he been on this special diet?
I think he's coming up to 6 weeks.
Oh, and can you see an improvement in his health?
Well, yes, there is, but he's gone backwards again lately, because he was on cortisone and I took him off that because he had to come off, and that stirred it up again. He'd gone backwards a bit at that thing. But so we go to the vet tomorrow and get an understanding of where we're at.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yes.
But he is very well. He looks wonderful. He's
good.
All shiny, slim,
and all shiny,
sleek. Yeah, I don't know how I get him on this thing.
Wow. Well,
I'm
going to a dietitian next week, so I might be the same. I might be on no treats and on rations.
Definitely will be. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, you can give us all the dietitian's tips.
I'm hoping she'll say, look, that I'm not too obese and not put me on any restrictions.
No, I think that's probably, yes, very good judgment.
I need to lose some weight for my joints.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's help Robbie. His joints have got a lot better.
Yeah. So what movements do you think we can put to that, Rosemary?
Oh, well, he sits down and watches. Like this with his... And then he barks bigger. And then he goes and sits and waits again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
and then he'll do the barking trick again. Get it to me, he says. Get it to me. I'm dying.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, give it to me. I'm going out of my mind.
And then he finally will give in again and wait.
That's great. I love that. So we would have our fingers underneath our chin, and we could lean forward, sort of like Robert's looking at you, and comes back. And then he has to be seen and heard a bit more. Into the bark, comes back, and then 2 barks. Yeah. And then the 3rd one, going out of his mind, bark, and then coming back. Nice. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Rosemary?
Oh, well, no, he just goes for his usual walks and all the rest of it. But that'll do.
Usual walks. Okay, we could finish with his usual walk. Would he walk like this or like this?
Little steps fast.
Little steps fast. Yeah, that's a great way. Fantastic.
So
Oh,
we're
right.
using our hands and our arms a lot this time, aren't we?
Yeah, and then we'll put it to some Latin, music and see what foot patterns we might add to it. What about you, Helen?
I got Peter a new toy.
Yeah.
You always come in with some amazing objects.
It's a spongy thing on a stick, so I can have it in the shower. You just lather this up and then you can shower yourself without having to stretch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And get to all those parts.
To all those awkward places. Yes.
Yeah,
Down your back and soles of your feet and those sorts of things.
yeah, okay.
Got a long handle.
I
Say
thought
comment, Peter.
I thought I'd have the chance of that Helen would come and help me shower, so she bought me that.
Do it from a distance. Don't want to get too close.
Fantastic. Yeah, and so Helen can use it on herself as well. Yeah, so why don't we exaggerate some of those movements? So maybe have the elbows out and you might start on one arm. Yeah, from the shoulder to the little fingers. Great. And let's go on the other arm. 1, 2, 3. Great. And then we could go around the back and then try the other side. 2, and again 3, 4. Good. And what's another action? You could go underneath.
Yes.
I think.
Ow.
1,
Yeah. You
and
can go around
2. You can lean forward a bit more.
that. Yep.
3, 4. Oh yeah, that's a great stretch.
Hmm.
Great. Any others?
Well, we can do the legs.
Well, you could do your feet if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that noise. I need to put some yes. Do the feet.
Yeah, that's a good one for the stomach muscles, isn't it?
Yes, the soles of the feet.
Yeah, great.
That's a good one for the in there
Bring the
too.
knee up and then the foot. Yeah. So you would lean back in your chair, lift the knee up, and then bring the foot up. Or you could lean forwards and go to your feet. Yeah. So either or. I'm just doing that so you can see my foot in the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your painted toenails.
Let's try that action again. So we had our elbows up and we were sliding our fingers across the top of our arm and apart. That's 1. And then sliding and brushing. 2 and 3. Great. And then we go on the other side. So the dance just brings the action into the exaggerated movement. 2. Great. And 3. Nice. And then we take it up on the shoulder. Great. And down and the other way. Across. And place the fingers down the shoulder and the other side. And one more to the other side across the shoulder. Great. And then let's take it behind. So you've got the back of your hand goes up the middle of your back like this. Yeah. That's a very good stretch actually. And the other one, 2 and out. So we might have the hands down. And 3 and 4. Yeah, great. And then we were going to lean back into our feet or lean forwards and go down to your feet. 2, 3, 4. Fantastic, Helen. So you'll be doing that dance in the shower very carefully so that you don't
Watch me do it.
And don't do a recording for us. Say, look, Jacqui, I'm practicing in the shower. Fantastic. Shall we see if we can put that to some music? All our three amazing choreographies. What have we got And then we go to Rosemary. And forwards, 2 barks. And then the third one. Little walk. Is that what Robert looks like when he walks, Rosemary?
Yes.
Lovely. Here we go. To Helen. Did I have one? I don't think I made one up, did I?
Robert doing a cha-cha-cha. Helen.
I'm going to have to go in a moment.
Okay, Rosemary.
Good to catch up.
Yeah, and then nice circle.
fun. Boromam dem dum na ko. Oh, Christine ni manaam lupa demo mi gam na ko. Oh, Christine ni manaam lupa demo mi gam na ko. Te sakundera melweyo Señor Chaya Kaluba Luis Rodríguez en el tren de Africando. Señor. El maestro de la trompeta. Yo voy a Senegal. Yane si bani gune, bye boy gana def tinyon. Salam si bani gune, bye boy o jangal lenyo. Baby jangal mate, pas gamdal lenyo. Now chabande ami kampo bachude we. Aye, montamal bedem yote. La li lo la 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 la. y ven a gozar con el sabor de mi ritmo. Cogen el gusto a mi ritmo, cogen el gusto, cogen el gusto a mi ritmo, cogen el gusto. Vive lo bueno con mi tumbao, olvídate de las penas. Cógele bien el gusto al melao, disfruta las cosas buenas. Y ya tú verás qué bueno es gozar con el sabor de mi ritmo. Con el sabor de mi ritmo, ven a bailar. Ven pa' acá, ven a gozar con mi ritmo. Ven pa' acá, 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 ven a gozar con mi ritmo. Ven pa' acá, a gozar con mi ritmo sabroso. Ven a gozar con mi ritmo. Ven pa' acá, mi ritmo, mi ritmo, mi ritmo. Ven pa' acá, ven a gozar con mi ritmo. Ven pa' acá. Con esta salsa de mi tumbao, ven pa' acá, ven a gozar con mi ritmo, ven pa' acá. Cualquiera se vuelve loco con ven pa' acá, ven a gozar con mi ritmo, ven pa' acá. ¿Quieres saoco? ¿Quieres melao? De todo un poco, ven a gozar con mi ritmo, ven pa' acá. Bueno, llegó la hora del sabor. fin para ir para la capital. Quería ver a mis amigos, pero no, yo no pude llegar. Ya la gente se revela, hay fuego en la
The dead
capital.
fly
Y a
dance.
pesar de todo eso, don Miguel no le quiere pagar. Todavía no ha llegado el momento de votar. Está muy desesperado y don Miguel no le quiere pagar. No sé por qué Michel no le quiere pagar. Si don Michel le pagara, la huelga se va a calmar. Cuando don Michel le pague todo, se resolverá. Ya la gente se revela, hay fuego en la capital. Y a pesar de todo eso, don Michel no les quiere pagar. Todavía no ha llegado el momento de votar. Están muy desesperados y don Michel no les quiere pagar. Yo salí de la Mentín, pero no pude llegar. Ya la gente se revela, el mundo va a reventar, mamá. Mamá, ¿qué me está pasando? Mamá, ¿qué me está ocurriendo? No sé por qué Michelle no le quiere pagar. Una huelga me paró y tuve que regresar. Una huelga me paró y a mi destino no pude llegar. Mamá, ¿qué le está pasando? Mamá, ¿qué le está ocurriendo? Mamá, ¿qué le está pasando a don Miguel que no quiere pagar? Yo salí de la Mentín, pero no pude llegar. Ya la gente se revela, el mundo va a reventar, mamá. Mamá, ¿qué me está pasando? Mamá, ¿qué me está ocurriendo? Y la huelga no paraba,
Great.
porque Miguel no pagaba.
Woohoo. Wow, what a dance.
That's energetic.
So, what we might get you to do now, Helen and Peter, is put a little dance together so that in your dance, Helen, you've got 2 of your gestures and Peter, you've got 2 of yours. So, for example, Helen, you might choose to do this one.
Mhm.
I'm just making this up, yep. So that might be one of them, and the other one might be, on the shoulder.
Yep.
So you just got those 2, and Peter, you might choose the dead fly, or you might choose the 14 spray. And so you've got those 4 movements, and you're going to put them together in a little routine with your feet. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, for example, you might start with Helen's, and then you might turn it around. I don't know, you're going to make this up. Then you might do it on the other side, and then you might turn it around, and then you might go into the morphine spray, and then into the feet.
Oh, I might fall over.
I have no idea because you 2 are going to make that up. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to listen to you negotiate with each other on how you're going to make the dance up. So don't worry about the feet. I'll just keep the music on very light. And for the moment, just keep the feet, maybe on the pulse like that. And think about the gestures that you're using. And then you can work on the feet in a little while
Okay.
once you get the gestures. So work out your 4 gestures first.
You go first. Washing your shoulders is the first
Is
one.
that an easy one for you?
You go first. What do you mean? Wash it.
Over the shoulder. Yeah, over there.
she's gone.
She said it's very soft.
Great. I'll put some music on for you just to help. Great. Good. Nice. I like you 2 steps in between, lifting your foot up. You guys are great. Beautiful. Yeah, going into the fly. Good. Down and up and stretching to the side. Yeah, lovely. Good use of level there. And then you have to think about, well, how do you go back to the beginning again? Good. Lovely. Yeah. Great. And that's the end part?
And we come up again.
Yeah, and then you begin again. Yeah, lovely. So you know the part where you're sort of going around on the spot. So you're going around on the spot, I think. Wondering if you can extend that into like you're going around your partner.
Yep.
Around each other.
Yes.
See if you can try that. Being in the rhythm, so the rhythm grounds you to the earth. Had your hands up in the air, and so you go towards each other and go around one another like a do-si-do. Do you know the move, the section that I'm talking about, Helen? Yeah, that's it. Good.
That sort of.
And then you go back the other way around, so you work on both sides of the brain. Lovely. Great. So you're going to add that in.
Okay.
All right, let's go from the top. So what we now need to do is, you've got the gestures beautifully choreographed. Now we need to work with the rhythm a little bit more so that we're on the pulse. So you both got this nice knee bend, which is great. But what you also want to have, not just the knee bend, but you want to be stamping the feet so that you can use the hips as well as the knees. Yeah. So let's just get in touch with the rhythm a little bit more so you know where the pulse is.
Canta Eugenia, préstame la furgoneta. Bandolero, ya llegamos ya. La furgoneta y la carabina, por favor.
Yeah, great. So we'll add in that rhythm a little bit more and add that to your gestures. Okay? This time I'll dance it with you.
Rightio.
All right, I'll follow you. Off you go.
Bandolero, ya llegamos ya. Samba, luku samba. Samba, luku samba.
Woohoo! Fantastic. Let's finish on that music. Wow, that was brilliant.
Hard work.
Bit of a workout, isn't it?
Indeed, yes.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be, I guess.
Exactly. So let's still remain standing and just do a little knee bend, touching your fingers on your knees and breathing in, and let's let the arms float up, shoulders down and out. So the weight is forwards and you touch your knees, drop your head, and let's roll up again. So breathing in, arms out, and breathing out. So dropping your chin to your chest, fingers to your knees, and rounding the back as we unroll. Last time, breathing in, arms up, and breathing out. Good. And wherever your chair is, sitting or standing in front of your chair, so you would breathe in. That's it. Breathing in, arms up, and then great. Try that again. Breathing in, arms up, breathing out. Sitting bones behind you. Bend the knees. Feel where the chair is. Head forwards, unfolding. Sitting on our chair.
Enjoy sit.
Great. Just shake the feet out a little bit. Hey, that was great. It was amazing to watch. It was really amazing to watch how, when I stopped you doing the gestures, just getting into the rhythm, and then that just helped you put the rhythm more into your dance the next time you did it.
Did, yes.
Yeah, just firing up a few of those senses a little bit more. And the other thing too, how I got you to go around each other in the space, or do-si-do they would call it, around each other, just changing your spatial relationship to each other made your dance look 10 times more interesting as well. So putting space and rhythm or time into it. Great. Did you have a section that you enjoyed the most, Peter?
The stretching ones, like that. I struggle with getting the foot up. Excuse me. I don't think that's designed for male pelvis. Oh, but no, anything where, you know, with stretching is.
Yeah, up and out. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, so with the pelvis, what you need to do is really relax in the hip socket and fold, and then you lift from the knee and you can rock backwards, yeah, and then come back down again. So if I do this side on, so it's like when you get up from the chair, you use your body weight and your skeleton with gravity to do the work. So you know how you lean out through the top of your head, your weight is forward onto the balls of the feet and the toes, and then you lift with the legs. Yeah, great. And then the opposite, coming down. So similar with your hips, you would lean back, but you relax in the hip socket, lift from the knee. Yeah, like you've got a little puppet string attached to your knee. And you can actually feel that Y ligament in your hip. It's a very strong ligament that helps us walk on two legs or stand on two legs. So the moment you lift your knee, when you lift your knee, you can feel that wide ligament kick in. Can you feel it? It's very strong ligament. It's incredible. So that's attached to your bone. So what you need to do is relax that more and lean back so that your knee can come up. Try it on the other leg. So lean back, relax the hip as the knee comes up. Lean forwards. Lean out through the top of the head, lift the knee up and down. I mean, you could try both knees, so you have to rock back. And here, what you need to do to support the lower back and the pelvis, you need to put your belly button on your spine. Yeah, lean back and forwards. It's a real dead fly movement, isn't it? Yeah, great. Let's just do one more dead fly movement. You know, that takes quite a bit of energy to hold that.
It does, yes.
Yeah. But you really feel the fire in your belly.
Yeah.
Up when it does that. Yeah, good. Thanks, Peter. And Helen, what was your favourite section of your dance that you created?
I think I like the do-si-do movement.
Oh, yeah, going
Yeah.
around each other.
Going around each other, yeah. Quite like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's lovely too, because what it does too is you connect with each other. Not just two bodies in space moving, but you actually connect to each other, you know, because you're in a relationship with each other too, and that connection happens in the space. That's lovely. It's a really human thing, isn't it?
It is.
Nice. Most dancers have that going around each other. And even here, like you see that generated here in the spiral, even with the planets, you know, they do that spiral as well with the sun.
Yeah, they do, yes. Yeah.
So it's a very common thing. Yeah, that's it, Peter.
Yeah.
Keeping one object still and then you go around. But can you do two?
Yes, that's
Well,
fun.
that's difficult.
Well, for me, I'm moving anti-clockwise with both hands, but I start at different positions. But we're both moving anti-clockwise, both my hands. So if we want to reverse it and move clockwise, I can do that. You can do that. But now let's see if we can keep one going clockwise. Then the other one goes anti-clockwise. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
I just cannot do it.
No, it messes with your brain, doesn't it?
So.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it, but
It's not like this one, isn't it? Really?
I could practice. I know we used to do this sort of thing a lot, which was great, going in two different directions, but that's going apart and together. This is a circular action. Like our brains just aren't structured to do it. Like it's like I have to move one hand and then I can move the other. I can only do it that way. But see, your brain just makes it go the same direction.
I think I'll become an asteroid.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, how hysterical.
That's difficult.
Let's get our little candle going and we'll do a lovely little presentation. Oh, that's great. It's always a light to find the lighter when you need it.
Isn't it? Yes. And it's still got some fluid in it.
Yes. Right. Yeah, good. Oh, okay. So, it's good to see Rosemary, wasn't it?
It was lovely. Yes.
Yeah, she's looking well, actually.
I thought the same thing. Yes, she's looking well. Yeah, I must give her a phone call.
Yes, I must give her a phone call. She's had a couple of close friends pass away in the last 3 weeks.
Well, she was saying that, yeah, because she jumped on a little bit before 11, and she was saying that she's had quite a few friends who have passed on.
Oh, yeah, Smith. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We're all at that age where,
Yes, it is.
our
Yes.
elders are going to rest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's all
And
good.
we'll be next.
What's that?
I said we'll be next.
At some stage, it's
It does, yes.
It's absolutely inevitable.
It is. Yeah.
Yes. I wonder if we'd ever get to be, 150. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Oh, I think we'd be a bit wrinkled.
Oh, I don't know. I used to think so, and then there was COVID, and I thought, oh, I don't know.
And also, I think I would be getting joint replacements probably.
Yes.
Like I've got this side, then I'd get that side. Like you'd have to have work on your body.
You'd have to have spare parts. Yeah.
But
Maybe with this whole awakening of movement and meditation and the importance of sound and vibration, and the sharing of oneness together, who knows, we might evolve.
we'd have to get our population density under control if we're going to.
I think COVID's taking care of that.
And get the pollutants out of the water.
Exactly.
I mean,
look at poor India, for example.
Oh, it's so sad.
But at the same time, it's like, well, my goodness me, there's just so many people there.
Yes. And
what is
how do you isolate? You can't really. No. It's a hard one. Yeah. Very hard.
So
yes, well, bacteria and viruses have always been diabolical for
always been
animal kingdom.
Yeah.
So yes, we do need to get our population density under control in terms of our relationship to the environment.
yes. So
the environment can sustain the population.
Jacqui, may I ask, with your top, is it African Indigenous design or Australian?
It's Australian, yeah. So Australian Indigenous, yeah. So this is the circle, as in the meeting place, the Waterhole, the meeting place. And these are the ancestors. And these are all the rivers that meet to the Waterhole.
Yeah, it all makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
So it's quite...
Oh, yes.
It's gorgeous, yeah. I love the colours.
I was actually at the March for Justice down at Torquay Beach at the front beach. Every Aboriginal woman came up to me and gave me a hug and said,
yeah, that's lovely.
I don't know, just because I was, acknowledging, I suppose. But I think the design is so beautiful, and I think we relate to it, just because it's our landscape. So, of course, we naturally relate to it, because no other countries have designs like this. I mean, Africa to a certain extent, but it's a different type of design. This is particularly Australian, I find.
I'm very
gorgeous.
Excited about some of the Northern Territory and parts of Queensland are acknowledging the fact that they're going to let the Indigenous people start managing the landscape with fire like they did. That's got to be a benefit.
I think so.
Cool burns.
Yeah.
Like a cool burn is much better than a Holocaust fire.
It can be done. Yeah.
Yeah. And also having Indigenous people being the ones in control of it.
Makes perfect sense.
Oh, it so does. And anyway, I mean, it's another step, hopefully, towards bringing a more, just cohesion between our whole Black Lives Matter here in Australia is so different to America, but, we just can't have so many black deaths in custody. I mean, it's just the jail system's just not working. And
No.
I
young
think
people
No.
meaning.
we have to, I'm being flippant, but we'd have to blow up the financial institutions in the CBD of Melbourne and Sydney. I mean, it's all, we've got the knowledge there, but it's all capitalism driven.
Driving it, yeah, that's it, yeah.
And
Yeah. So, well, we can contemplate on those sorts of things that we just discussed. And one good way of being able to just have gratitude for what's going on in our country at the moment, and trying to understand what's going on as well. But just having gratitude that we are in our bodies and we're taking care of our bodies. As we take care of our bodies, we hope to take care of community and each other and the land. So it all gets reciprocated, like the spiral effect.
Yeah, it's a circle. Yeah.
Nancy, I'm
Jacqui.
sorry, Jacqui, I'm quietly optimistic with Helen's been doing quite some advertising of the dancing and recruiting. We've got several people interested, but it's going to take a while to get them.
Oh, there's so much interest, but getting interest to translate to actually attending is different.
But yeah, there's a couple near only a kilometre from us that are interested, but they struggle with computer, and so I thought we might ask them around here next week and see if they'd like
to do it here.
Like to do it here. It's certainly yes, and there's a couple of others.
And there's it's Johanna and what's her husband's name? Jack.
Michael.
Yeah, well, look, if once we start getting about 8 people.
Yeah. Just that there's a couple in Torquay who they both have Parkinson's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Husband and wife. She's much better than he is, but you think, oh gosh. But she's very keen, but he has the Lewy body's dementia as well, so it's a bit tricky. Yeah. But we'll get there.
As soon as we get about 8 people, we can go back to being at Torquay.
Yes.
And that'd be lovely, I think.
For me, I mean, I will fit in no matter what happens, but it's working well for us if we could have 3 weeks on Skype, but if it doesn't suit the others, I know. But if we were meeting once a month, Helen and I'd be quite happy to go and pick Rosemary up.
To come to the.
Well, I really do think what we had in place before, which was the last Thursday of the month, that we meet at Torquay Senior Sits.
Yes.
And all we need to do is start, even if it just is you and me, Helen and you and me, but just make a start of it, and then just keep spreading the word around. So, I don't know, by the time we get to August, September, we might have 10 people, once a month.
Yes.
The people are definitely there. Yes.
Like I've said before, all of us have got so many commitments to exercise that it's fitting things in. But yes.
I know Mike was interested again. He's had some surgery on his foot, but it's much better now. So Mike Atkinson.
Yes, he actually called me up and left a message about.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because we had a chat to him at the lunch the other day. Yes.
Yeah. So look, let's aim for, what is it? The last Thursday in
today.
May. Well, because today is the last Thursday in April. So but in May it's the 27th of May. So what we could do is 27th of May, let's just aim for doing it at Torquay Senior Sits.
Okay, yeah. And so, yes, we'll get in touch with Rosemary and perhaps she can shift her other appointment. I'm not sure. Yeah. It's interesting, Jacqui, the specialists that I see just make the date regardless. You'll come and see me now.
Yeah. But you do have a little bit of flexibility.
Never mind. But let's do 27th of May, and then, I can always get musicians from Trad Jam of the Iron Buck to come down and help us, drive the ambience a little bit more, and they're happy to do that for free. Yeah. Oh,
that's great. Jacqui, when I talk to people...
Auntie and Mike are coming over here for lunch on the 10th, so we'll word them up too.
Yeah, great. Yeah, well, let's aim for that.
Hmm.
And a few people have said to me that they thought they'd get too tired, and I explained to them that it wasn't all vigorous dance. It was, we'd have the choreography bit at the start and the mantra at the finish, and
they could sit down anytime they wanted to. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Absolutely, because even though we include the gestures into the movement, they can still do the gestures sitting down and not add in the footwork. Yeah.
Nancy, I just discovered Jacqui, my brain's really dead
It's all right.
today.
My friend Nancy's coming this afternoon to visit, so that's why she's in his head.
I apologise. The three components that we need to do for Parkinson's, on the internet have broken up into 12 parts: exercise, 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 socialise, 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 stimulate the brain, stimulate the brain, stimulate the brain.
Wow. Because you're actually stimulating the brain when you're exercising.
Absolutely, and dancing particularly.
Oh, following your movements,
I get very confused.
As I've said to you before, this encompasses everything that I've been taught to do.
Yeah.
Yes, and the music's so important. Yes,
it is, isn't it? Yes, I
yeah.
think it is too.
That's been scientifically proven now, so it took a while. We all knew it, but it's finally been scientifically proven.
Yeah, that's right. And if we do get some funding, it just means that we can bring in someone like Emmanuel to bring the rhythm more into it.
Yes. And that makes such a difference. The atmosphere changes then with live music, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. And I think when we were at Torquay Senior Sits and we were going there every month, which was fine, but just when the musicians came in once a month, it just added a new.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Yeah, so, but now I'm not sure when we're at Torquay Senior Sits, you'll be able to see my feet, and that might be good because they dance at a different tune to what
I can see your feet anyway, Peter, so don't worry. Because they're attached to your legs and your hips, so I know where your feet are going. And I can see whether you're on balance or off balance or whatever, because the body just shows it. So don't you worry about that. The fact that you're here is fantastic. All right, let's go into our body.
Okay.
So, breathing in to the heart and the lungs.
Look here, darling, you fizzed it.
Yeah, so
I went too close to the candle.
oh wow! Yeah. Careful. That's why I put mine over here. But it looks good there.
Oh, leave it in the photo. Leave it in the film.
Yeah, it's nice in the camera.
Yeah, leave it in the camera. Just there. No, just there. In front of you. Yeah. I won't do that again. I just moved the chair. Yeah.
And let's breathe in and breathing out. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's say the Om. Breathing in and Shrim. Breathing in and oh no, hang on. And the third one. Forwards. Shrim. Great. Let's go from the top of the head. Om. Shrim to the forehead. Om. Shrim. I. Om. Shrim. Change. Om. Shrim to the ear. Om. Shrim. Change. Om. Shrim to your cheek. Om. Shrim. Change. Om. Shrim to your nose. Om. Shrim. Change. Mind shrim. To the top lip. Mind shrim. Bottom lip. Mind shrim. The top row of teeth. Bottom row. The roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue. Big deep breath in and a cough out through. Ha! Lovely. And to the chin. Mind shrim. To the throat. Mind shrim. To the chest. Mind shrim. To the shoulder. Mind shrim. Down to the elbow. Mind shrim. And to the wrist. Mind shrim. To the base of the fingers. Mind shrim. To the fingertips. Mind shrim. And to the chest. Mind shrim. Across to the shoulder. Mind shrim. Down to the elbow. Mind shrim. Down to the wrist. Mind shrim. Base of the fingers. Mind shrim. To the fingertips. Mind shrim. And to the lungs. Mind shrim. And to the stomach and liver. Mind shrim. And to the spleen and the intestines. Mind shrim. Across to the hip joint. Mind shrim. Slightly hands down to your knee. Mind shrim. Down to your ankle. Mind shrim. Down to the base of the toes. Mind shrim. To the tippy toes. Mind shrim. Across the sole of the foot to your heel. Mind shrim. Behind the back of the ankle, the calf muscle to under the knee. Mind shrim. Up the side of the leg to the hip joint. Mind shrim. Around the back of the pelvis. Mind shrim. And round the front to the other hip. Mind shrim. Down to your knee. Mind shrim. Down the shin to the ankle. Mind to the base of the toes. Mind shrim. To the tips of the toes. Mind shrim. Under the sole of the foot to the heel. Mind shrim. Up the back of the ankle, the calf muscle, under the knee. Shrim. Up the side of the leg to the top of the hip. Shrim. Around the back of the pelvis. And let's go to the navel. Side of the abdomen. And the other side. Let's go behind the back to the kidneys. Down to the lower back. Around the front to the lower dantian, thinking of the color red, moving up the spine. Up the spine to the sacral plexus, the color orange. Up to the solar plexus, the color yellow. And to the heart, the color green. And to the throat, the color blue. And to the forehead, the color purple. And crown of the top of the head, beautiful diamond crystal. And then all these beautiful colors of the rainbow light spectrum all around you. Let's go up and over the planet. And around the globe. And let's just hold Mother Earth. Let's go all around the oceans to our country. And to our community. To our family. And to each other. And to yourself. Breathing deeply, just feeling the resonance in your body. And I have to tell you that we have now revived the ladybug.
Oh,
Well done.
She was playing dead and now we've revived her. So I'll have to put her outside. Great. Okay, lovely. Well, I'll start to book the 27th of May for
Sounds good.
Parkinson's at Torquay Senior Sits, and let's try and make it happen.
We'll do our best.
That's all we can do.
Thanks, Jacqui.
Bye. See
take care.
you. Bye now.
Bye.